All right. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him forward. Does anybody have a question about what I've just been speaking about? Any clarification needed? Okay. Let's have some fun. He's going to talk a little bit before he opens it up for questions. Okay, he has some things. He always has something that he wants to bring, wants to share, that he feels is important. And he's been working on this concept for the last week or two. And so I'm glad he's going to be sharing it with you all tonight, because it just may answer all your questions, and then we can just have, tea and chat. All right. It'll take just a moment while I bring him in. Please enjoy. All right. Good day to you. And as our woman says, happy Friday, yes? It is wonderful to see each and every one of you here today. Some of you are relatively new to Metatron. Well, think about what called you here today. What was it that says, I think it's a good idea for me to get on this call today? You don't have to speak it out loud, but just really understand that you made a choice today. You made a choice to be here in this frequency with our channel, our woman, and Metatron. What are you hoping? Many of you have questions about your path. What the heck are you going to do? How are you going to get out there and do Spirit's work? How do you know what it is that you're being called to? Yeah. So we have been speaking recently about the fact that so many of you don't feel that you have the tools. You don't feel that you're enough to step out and to do Spirit's work. Right? Well, first, let us tell you that no matter where you are on the path, you're already doing Spirit's work. Right? You anchor a divine frequency on this planet, and this planet would not be the same without you, each and every one of you. But what we would like to speak more about tonight is How do you get from here to there? Where you stand, where you sit, where you perceive yourself to be in this moment, into that next incarnation upon this planet. How do you bring all that you are into the world for others? Because that is where many of you are going to be and desire to be. So we've got 3 steps. You've heard it before, but we're going to kind of break it down a little bit, right? The first step is start where you are. Start where you are. You don't need to be any place else or anyone else. You start where you are. Stop waiting to be perfect. Stop waiting to be told what to do. You are in co-creation with Spirit. And what your heart tells you, what makes your heart sing, is what your gift is. So, starting right where you are also means start. Don't sit back and wait. If you have an idea, you don't think that you can do it alone, reach out to someone to help you, right? It's wonderful to work with other people. If you know that you have been entrained for something, but you are fearful or resistant or don't know that you'll be successful, start right where you are. You are not behind on your path. You're never not on your path. It's all the path. It's all the path. And you get to choose with each breath, with each day, how you want the path to look. Start where you are. Right? The next piece is use what you have. You don't have to be like our woman. You use what you have. You use your light, your compassion, your wisdom, your secret sauce, right? You have the tools. Even if you don't think that you've studied enough or you're just coming on board with your spiritual journey, you have tools. Your compassion is a tool. Your love is a tool. How you hold space for others is a tool. How you help, right? Many of you have studied healing modalities. Use what you have. And understand that it's never about the modality. It's about you, the divine vessel, the divine chalice for all of that beautiful healing energy, source energy that moves through you when you come together with someone to heal. Use what you have. Some of you, it is not for you to be out, sitting in a chair on a Friday night channeling for a group of people. That's just not your path. But it may be your path to be a conscious parent or grandparent. It might be part of your path to shine your light in places that are, mundane. Your jobs, the grocery store, anchoring light, love, compassion, peace everywhere you go. Right? Do not feel that who you are and what you do must look like anyone else, because you are a unique spark, a unique thread. Allow yourself to be shown and use what you have. Right? The third piece to this is do what you can. Everybody feels that they must hold all of the stuff that's going on the planet. You've got to make a difference. You've got to heal something. There's got to be something that you can do. And there is. And it starts with you. You heal it here first before it moves out into the collective. So if you have fear, resistance, if you have trauma, right, it gets healed here first. And that gives others around you permission to heal themselves as well. Doing what you can doesn't necessarily mean that you are out in public. Sometimes it looks like creating a prayer altar and putting the names of people, places, things that you would pray for, the highest good, right? Not to change them as you think they need to be changed, no, just to pray for them for the highest good. That is deep work. A number of you here have worked with us on remote viewing and future pacing and astral travel. These are things that you can do. You can go to a place that has been bombed or destroyed or anything that you're seeing in your news. You can go. You can offer healing. Right? Do what you can. Each and every one of you can do something. And now's the time, right? Don't you feel the call? Right? The call to bring something greater to this world. The something greater might just be your love of animals, your shared passion for, feeding others. So start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. It is a recipe for success. And when you say to Metatron, yes, but I don't know what the first step is. And our response to you is do something. Stop repeating the same pattern of I can't do anything because I don't know where to begin. Ask to be shown. And if you're someone who doesn't receive information easily, then put your head in your heart and think from your heart, how can I make a difference? There's no lesser than, greater than in this equation. Everything you do matters. You've heard us say that time and time again. Everything you do matters. So, what we see in front of us is you. You, the truth of you, the sovereign you, the God I am you. And that you knows what to do. All right. Well, we will open up to questions, right? Please remember one question, and we will come back around again if we have time. All right. Kat?
Hi. Hi, Metatron. Yes, the first one is Megan.
Okay. All right, beloved one. Megan?
Metatron, I just have a question. And first of all, it's so nice to see you.
We're moving around and we cannot hear you.
Okay, let's see. Is this better?
Yes.
Okay. So as you know, because you see all, I just had a big recovery, right? And you probably saw also what took place yesterday with my head in the car. Do you know what I'm talking about?
You bumped it, yeah?
Yeah, big. So I'm not allowing myself to go into panic mode this time. But I just wanted to, ask you and just, have the reassurance that my head's okay and that it's going to be quick and I'm okay.
You are okay.
Okay.
And here's some homework for you, beloved one.
Yeah.
Begin to understand why you're hitting your head so often. And it has to do with spatial awareness. Where did you go? You moved. It has to do with spatial awareness and not being present. When you're present and paying attention, you know what's happening around you. So if you can work on being present and not off where you like to float in the ethers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you will have greater recovery because you will not be bumping your head as much. Okay?
Thank you. I'm hoping a couple of days. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
Thank you.
rest, recalibrate.
Thank you
Right?
so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Indeed, beloved one. Pay
Much love.
attention.
I
Indeed.
promise.
Love to you too. We want to see you happy and healthy, right?
Absolutely.
Good. All right. All right,
Hi,
Kat.
Gaetan. Hey, Gaetan is the next one.
Yes.
Get on
Hello.
is next. Hello, brother.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hello. Good talking to you again.
Indeed.
My question for today, I'm not originally from here, and I'd like to know if it's possible to know how many incarnations I've had on this planet. I'm being curious.
On this planet,
Yes.
countless. And what we will remind you is that you are currently in this dimension, this Earth's dimension, and you have lived on multiple dimensions, but all on Earth, right? And where you come from, Gaetan, you are the word that comes is a solidifier, because you are an anchor. You're anchoring energy. You're solid, right? And so each incarnation, you come at specific times where the collective needs that solid ground, right?
Okay.
So we can say to you 6 million or 6,000. It's difficult to count, right? Because it's this is the place where you count things, right? Other incarnations, you're just living them. You're not worried about, what incarnation, what dimension, all of that. So let's just say, we'll just say a few times.
Okay.
Does
Okay.
that assist you?
Yes. Thank you, Metatron. Thank you.
Indeed, we are always happy to help.
Thank you very much.
Indeed, it's good to see you 2 times in one day, right?
2 times. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
All right. So, Sabio have a question. I just asked him to unmute.
Yeah.
Who?
Greetings.
Who are we speaking to?
Sabio, you're muted. Let me check.
My name is Savio.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Can
don't know.
can you? There you are. There we were looking for your beautiful picture. Nice to see you. How can we help you? You are muted. There you are.
No, I keep unmuting myself. So I know the entire universe is within me. The situation and the solution also is within me.
Yeah.
So I would like to know, how can I align myself with a version of me that is financially abundant, that is traveling to sacred sites and healing people along the way?
That's a great question. We just taught a class about that recently, right? You can use the tool of future pacing. And we'll briefly explain it. If you need more information, then you would contact our woman, right? You travel timelines.
Yeah.
You all travel different timelines. Some timelines you are already wealthy, other timelines you are not yet wealthy. But in each timeline exists an aspect of you that is already experiencing what you're asking for right now.
Yeah.
And so the key is to be able to walk across the timeline, embrace that aspect of you that already has the financial abundance or whatever it is that you're looking for, and then you back it out, you draw it with you into this space in time. And that is what future pacing is all about. It helps you to connect with that aspect of you that is already wealthy or healthy or whatever, right? And you bring it back into the here and the now.
Yeah.
Right? So that's one tool, right?
Okay.
That's one tool. You can also use the famous show me, right? Show me how good it can get. Show me,
Okay.
show me how wealthy I can be, right? You can also work with your God I am presence. And, I am $20 million.
Yeah.
Like, I am healthy, all of those things. So there's a few different tools that you can use to get to the same place, right? Is that helpful to you?
Very grateful for that answer. Yes. Thank you.
Indeed. Happy to be able to help. And please forget that. Please don't forget that what you tell yourself is what you create. This is for all of you. The way that you talk to yourself is what you're creating in your lives. So if you are saying, I want to be a multimillionaire, but that'll never happen. That'll never happen. So be careful, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Metatron.
You're so welcome. Thank you for being here today. All right, Kat, who is next?
Yeah, so the next one is I don't know the name, is iPhone. Oh, there you are.
That'd be me. Sorry, I forgot to change my name.
Where are we? Who are we speaking to?
Hey, Metatron, it's me, Barinder.
Ah, hello.
Hello,
Where
how
are
you? Good, thank you. It's so nice to see you. The main reason coming to this class is just to simply see you. And I was just gonna say I received the exact same word of wisdom yesterday. So I think the message is very clear. And I did have one. Recently, since I've been in my recent meditation, I've been seeing a mermaid image every time I'm like a bit relaxed. I see like me as floating as a mermaid. Never really imagined myself as a mermaid, but right now it feels really like familiar and comfortable at that phase.
Yeah.
So
what does a mermaid have when you think about mermaids? What do they have that's important in your life right now? Could be fluidity. Could be, could be holding your breath for a really long time, whatever, right? But there is something about, what you're seeing as a mermaid that's important to your process right now. Does this make sense to you?
yes.
Okay.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Metatron.
Indeed.
Great seeing you. Great seeing you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to hear you. All right. All right.
This next one is Sean.
Hello, my friend. Good to
Hi,
see you.
Metatron. Good to see you too. My question is, I really want to do some throat chakra clearing. I feel like that's a block for me right now. What would you recommend for me? I do feel like I do need to do like a past life or parallel life clearing. I think that's part of it, but if there's anything else that you could run my way, that would be great.
So sound is also very potent in helping to open and clear the throat chakra. But there's something even bigger than that, and that's telling the truth. Telling your truth, standing in your truth, right? And every time you do that, you are utilizing the throat chakra, right? And it's good to remember that your truth won't necessarily be anybody else's truth, but it's important that you do stand in your truth. And there's some stories, my friend, you know, those stories that kind of loop in your mind sometimes. We would like you to revisit those stories frame by frame by frame and tell yourself the truth within each frame. Because in some of those stories, you have taken more responsibility than than is yours. And in some of those stories, you have taken less responsibility. So that is also a tool that will help to open and clear the throat chakra. Right? And it's powerful to go in and to tell yourself the truth about those stories that loop through your mind. Everyone can do this, right? We were able to work with our woman, Sean, and helped her to release all of those old stories that would pop up, right? Make her feel small, make her feel, that she'd done something wrong. All of those stories, right? And where she took too much responsibility, she was able to bless it and let it go. Where she hadn't taken enough responsibility, she was able to look at that and see if there was any way to shift that, right? But she told herself the absolute truth with each frame of those stories. And sometimes you might want to do it a couple times. Here's my story. And, I opened the door and walked into the room. Well, how were you feeling when you walked into the room? What was your intention? Right? This is an unraveling of things that are still being held in your field and in your physical body.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes total sense. Yeah. I never thought of the other one where I wasn't doing enough, or, where you take on too much. That I got, but not doing enough in other areas. I need to look at that as well.
There's some situations, and it depends on how charged they are. If you are blaming someone else as opposed to taking responsibility for your part in something, right?
Yeah.
And the stories, this is not to beat you up. This is to empower you, right? This is empowering.
Yeah.
And
it makes total sense. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I've had the arguments in my head, all the time, and that's what I was trying to pull out, so
Right. And so, there's the word that's coming up is responsibility. And responsibility really means your ability to respond. And so please take a look at your fear about responding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
will,
know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying.
It's just another layer, right? It's just
Yep.
another layer. But
Okay.
you'll be happy that you went in and told yourself the truth.
Yeah.
Those old loops will.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate it. Thank you very
Indeed.
much.
No more coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah, the opening was dead on for me. Exactly. I need to just hearing just do something is what I needed to do. So
Right. It can be something as simple as a prayer. Right.
I'll make this. I don't want to take up too much time, but I want to make this a real simple question on that subject. When I do grid work, I can't travel everywhere. I can, like, not to say astral travel, but
Yes.
go to my mind and do the same thing. That'll have the same effect as physically going there and putting the grid work in. Correct?
It will have the same effect, even if you do it remotely. You go in with intention. You do the process that you still do when you're doing it in person, but you will imagine yourself there working on that particular grid.
Okay.
It works the same. Because you're much more than your physical body. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Indeed, Sean. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you too.
All right.
All right. The next one is Jackie.
All right. Hello, beloved one. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Metatron. I have kind of a new question. I have been working on a book, a memoir, for some time, and just recently decided to change the genre of my memoir. And I've decided to focus on the journey of a walk-in. And I find that kind of scary.
Yeah.
Because it's misunderstood. I don't even know a lot of information about this myself. I'm not sure I can sell it to my publisher, Hay House. And
well, if anybody would publish it, it would be Hay House, because Sheila Seppi wrote a book about walk-ins, not necessarily her experience, but other people's experiences. And Jackie, there's just not enough information out there for people who find themselves in the circumstance, right?
Yeah, I agree, even for me. I am finding I have to go back and look at my entire life with a new lens.
Yeah.
And how I became a walk-in and how that affected. And it makes so much sense now. Right. All the trauma, all the head injuries for the person who talked about that. And instead of just a minor chapter or a mention, I've decided to make it the title of the book, The Journey of a Walk-In.
Beautiful.
And the mystical journey of a walk-in. And I'm just not quite sure. I have a proposal due to Hay House, how to kind of pitch this, and how to start redoing everything I've done from that lens.
Mhm.
Mm.
So the beauty of this is that it's really personal.
Yes,
And so the first thing is you start where you are,
right. That made so much sense.
right? And remember, it's not all about what's in the head, Jackie. As a writer, you very often must use the mind. But with this experience, if you go into the body, go into the soul, go into the heart, you will get much different information.
Okay.
So give that a try and see what happens. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll have walk-in circle in a few weeks. So give it a try and then bring what you've got to circle. All right.
Okay. Well, one thought I had was to interview other walk-ins.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Everybody's had a different experience. Yeah.
Even Wendy.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would help me as well. Since mine happened as a child, I have very little memory.
Hmm. Hmm. So, what about working with someone and doing a little hypnotherapy?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I have done that before.
If you have someone that you like, that's great. We work with Myra Rath, doing the podcasts every month. She is a brilliant hypnotherapist.
Okay, that's great to know.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know somebody here.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
if you need a connection, reach out to our woman. All right.
Okay.
All right. All right. We will see you soon.
Yes, very shortly. Thank you, Metatron.
Indeed. Indeed. All right, Kat. Who is next?
All right. Yeah. The next one is Caitlin.
Hello, Metatron.
Hello. How are you doing, Caitlin?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's good to
Good.
see you. Um, my question's a bit more general. It's something I've just been curious about after listening to many stories about near-death experiences.
Mhm.
And in listening to those stories, I hear people report that they saw a beautiful white light and they were guided by spirit. And other people report a nothingness of darkness. So it just kind of piqued my curiosity a bit. And I'm curious what would be the purpose of somebody experiencing in a near-death experience a sort of darkness or a void of nothingness.
Right. That's an interesting question, right? Because every single individual that has a near death experience has a unique experience to them, right? Screen just shifted and there you are. Okay. So, uh, a lot of it has to do with your perceptions and your belief systems, and some of those you're not even aware of sometimes, right? The the people that are seeing the images, right, they need that. They need that to have a belief in the experience. So the soul says, okay, we're going to do this and we're going to show you pictures. You're going to bring that back because that will change your life.
Mm.
Right? Other individuals, when they go into the void, right, they bring something else back, something different. And it's not about the images, but it's definitely about the peace. It's definitely about the restoring of the self into the whole. Right? So different people need different things. When the people who have had a bright and beautiful near-death experience come back, they speak to one group of people, right? The others that come back and say, wow, it was a little dark out there, right? I saw some stars. They bring a different type of information, a different type of vibration, right?
Mm.
Our channel, when she had the experience, what she experienced was being between two worlds, right? She knew that there was something, quote unquote, above her and something below her, but she was kind of sandwiched in between, listening to both places. So that is an entirely different experience yet again, right? Yeah. So there's no one way, no right or wrong, right? The most important part is how people are doing after the near-death experience. You know, how are they coping? How is life changing?
Yes.
Was that helpful to you?
Yes. Thank you very much.
You're
Very
so
insightful.
welcome. Happy to be able to answer that question.
Thank you, Metatron.
Indeed. All right, Kat, who is next?
Joke is next.
Are you there, Yoke? She lives very far away and often has a hard time getting on. All right.
I am here. Sorry, I've had some time activating my system. I am here now, Metatron. Good to see you. Good to be with you and Wendy. Yes, so I'll give you a context and then I'll ask the question. A couple of weeks ago, I started another round of healing with a healer friend of mine, who's also a good friend of mine. It is to heal my emotional wounds. Emotional wounds from past life, from ancestral family lineages, you know, the inherited wounds in the lineage, as well as the wounds absorbed in this lifetime. So that's quite intensive. And on the first day, when we started this healing, I burned my hand really badly. So right hand or the back of my hand, skin all damaged. And then that's when the healing started. Is the healing identify a very thick heart wall in me that need to be resolved. So all those wounds built up. You know, I kind of self-protected with the heart wall that's very thick. It's perhaps almost as long as the Great Wall in China. You know, that's quite spectacular. It was unbelievable, but it is what it is. It was what it was, and then that burned hand became crusted skin, really damaged, really kind of dark color, thick with grained, and it became like the shape of the head of a snake, and the skin actually very much like skin of a snake. And that happened just before the end of the year of snake. And my healer went through a couple of sessions. She foretold me when the healing will be integrated. And she saw in her, she used the method of emotional code, channeling my highest self and source. And she identified the list of my wounds and the age, for this life, at least the age that happened, and the ancestral and what type, it all perfectly resonated. I have recollections of those one that I absorbed this life and the incidents. That
So,
kind of,
beloved one, what's your question?
yes. So my question, and the day she foretold the integration, and my skin started to peel off a couple of days leading to that. Incidentally, on the day she said it will be integrated, all the skins peeled off, a new skin surfaced, and I had a new perfect hand. So I felt that wasn't a coincidence. I felt it was a symbol of me shedding off old skin. And the day that it all came out perfect, that's the third day of the Lunar New Year. And I started peeling off pretty much 80 to 90% towards the end of the year. And first day of the new year is pretty much all new. So I felt it was very symbolic. So my question is, what did it try to tell me?
All right.
Was it a message that is manifested in my physicality as well as in my physical, mental, emotional, spiritual body?
So you often need a representation. You often need something physical to help you to open up the spiritual. And so the burn was number one, connected to some of the trauma that you've had not only in this life but other lives. The fact that it turned into the head of a snake and then peeled away on on the day you released all of that energy that you had been carrying, right, connected to that trauma. And so for you, having something that you can say, look at this and watch its process, right? That's a gift, right? Universe says, okay, we're going to get you out of your head and we're going to give you something else to look at and to focus upon so that you can have a deeper experience with what is happening in your healing work. Okay.
That definitely resonated. I think exactly that's what happened in my life. Everything in my life, including spiritual transformation, always came with physical manifestations. So that all makes so much spiritual sense now. Thank you very much, Metatron.
You're so welcome, and we are excited to see how all of this comes to pass, right?
Me too. Very excited.
Yeah.
And yes, very excited and very looking forward to the beginning of a new beginning.
Indeed. So be it, right?
So be it. And so it is. Namaste, Metatron.
Indeed, beloved one. All
Okay.
right.
The next one is choice.
Hello.
Hello, Metatron and Wendy. Beautiful to be together with your love and everyone's love. Such a magnifier.
Yes.
My question is, having a little bit of doubt, but I worked with a different person for healing. Spirit told me to connect to this person. I've been having some issues with bacterial overgrowth in my intestines. And I believe it is this spirit that came through is healing this too much of this, not enough of that bacteria and whatever else. And I'm asking for a confirmation. Do you see that? I know. I feel it 100%, but yet I'm still called at the same time to doubt myself.
Right.
Which is one of my
which is a really interesting thing to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Where does that self-doubt, or how does it come into play with that bacterial overgrowth? Because what you tell yourself when you're not trusting yourself.
Yes.
Right? And there's, everything is all connected, right? Mm-hmm. The being is actually very connected to Mother Maya.
Beautiful.
And yes, you are receiving help to work with those bacterias, right? You are no different than that being. You're no different.
Why can't I? Well, I'll ask myself. Yeah. I'm going along with this and that. I'm like, good. I'm that. I'm this. I'm you. You're me. And then something comes in like a flame. I'm like, wait a minute. Am I that? Are you me? Am I you?
Let your mantra be, I am that I am.
Thank you.
Yes, I am that I am.
Blessings. Yeah, you touch the core of that, where that's hanging on. Thank you.
Just doing our job.
Eat me. Love you.
We love you as well, beloved one. All right. Who is next, Kat?
The next one is Annalise.
Oh, Annalise.
Yeah.
Good to see you. You are muted. Yeah.
Good to see you too, Metatron.
How can we be of service today?
Yesterday, I remembered a poem I wrote when I was 13, like an essay poem. It was a stream of consciousness, and it came through without my thinking about it. I just wrote the words down. Right. And the question about this experience is the part I want to focus on is I came down in a rainstorm when I was born. And I identified with earth. My eyes are the water, things like that. Mm-hmm. And because of this planetary alignment happening tomorrow, possibly starting tonight already, I'm wondering what your recommendation is to attune to the Pleiades in particular, because I know there's planetary connection. I haven't given it much thought, but I've had some experiences, profound experiences. So I want to follow that thread now. So what do you recommend to?
Okay. So what we recommend is expansion. And one of the ways to do it, Annalise, of course, you know how to sit, you know how to set the intention of whom you'd like to connect with, right? Mm-hmm. The connection will happen as you expand your field, So imagine that you're stretching up and out and up and out, and continue to go push, push, push until you feel that impetus to stop. And then you hold that space, you hold that frequency, and let them meet you there. Does that make sense? You're not trying to bring them here, you're meeting them there. So you're expanding, expanding, expanding. You're expanding your consciousness, your light body. Just expand, expand, expand. And then hold. And they will step forward to meet you at that point. Right? And from there, it's a co-creation. Right?
Yeah.
But that is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself is to just really expand, because what you're doing is you're breaking the chains of physicality, and you are embracing and expanding the truth of who and what you are. And you can use this to meet and connect with any of the beings that you choose, right? They're already in your field, Annalise. If you just imagine that you expand your energy just a little bit, begin to feel the tingle in your palms. So we do our best to help you do things simply, right? Set your intentions for alignment with what is happening, and then expand your consciousness, expand your field, your energy, and hold that. And they will be able to meet you at that point. Does this assist you?
Good.
And you will let us know how it goes.
I will.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Anything else?
I just want to make a quick comment. First, I had a profound, significant healing experience, and Hildegard of Bingen, a medieval mystic, showed up energetically. I knew it was her. This was 30 years ago. And she asked me, "Do you believe you are healed?" And in that moment, I felt in every cell of my body that I was healed. So that was you had mentioned that.
Right.
A part of me. And so it was my belief that I was healed that really made it happen. It made it realize that on the physical plane.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Because that belief, that trust, what you tell yourself, that's the journey that you'll take, right?
Yeah.
If you had not had that trust, then your whole journey would look different. Right? So thank you for sharing. Thoughts create, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. How are we doing? We see that Linda made it. Hello, Linda.
Hi. Glad to be here.
Was it good?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Yeah. He's pretty special.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. And he had wonderful things to say about Maelestra.
Ah.
Pass that on to her.
Yes, they have a mutual admiration society.
Yes.
And, she honors him. He was one of her greatest teachers, right?
Yeah.
One of the last things that he said to her in person was, don't stop doing the work.
Ah. Cool.
And that's a really great thing for each of you to remember. Don't stop doing the work. We're glad that you enjoyed, Linda. We're glad that you enjoyed this. All right, Kat.
Yeah, we have one more question from Kaya.
Kaya. Okay. Hello, Kaya. Welcome. Good to see you. Happy Friday.
Hi. Thank you. So delighted to be here. I just want to use this as a confirmation. You asked earlier, why did you decide to come to this meeting tonight? And I thought, I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to find out. And sure enough, the 3 steps that you gave of start where you are, use what you have, and do something.
Do what you can. Yeah.
Do what you can. And it was like, oh my gosh, because on Wednesday of this week, this is almost identical to what I got about, because I was going through the loops of, what should I be doing? Should I be doing this? What and I've been doing this for, decades.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the next thing that was a confirmation as well is that you gave some information to one of the lovely people here about it does matter what you do here, that you don't have to be there at this place if your intention is set. And I had just asked that question yesterday of something that I was doing after I got the information on Wednesday. I thought, okay, I have time, so I'm going to use my time for intention, and I'm going to bring unconditional love to, let's say, a situation. And that came up in my understanding of, the voice. It says, oh, did that really make any difference? You're here, they're there. And it was like, okay, let's address that. Is that true? And it's like, I don't think if I'm guided by spirit to do that it wouldn't matter. I would think it would matter.
Yes.
So this just was another confirmation. So I got double confirmation tonight.
Double whammy today.
Yeah, so that's why I was here tonight. So thank you all very much for the wonderful questions you've asked and for the wonderful information. Thank you so much.
Indeed.
Love to all.
Thank you for showing up.
Yeah.
Because, showing up in your life in every day or in special things, right? It all makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you, Kaya. Have a beautiful weekend. All right. Have we completed the questions? Or is there someone else that is reaching out? Okay. All right. Is everyone feeling complete? All right. Then we will invite our channel back. She and Metatron deeply enjoy sitting and speaking with you. Please remember that you are loved beyond measure. That is the one thing that we have to leave you with today. All right. Until next time, beloved ones, be well. Namaste. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Cool. Did everybody get what they need?